We've had a meeting with the Congressional Black Caucus, with the leaders of Jena. We've had a number of people that have been working in this, and we have parents here. We've been trying to put together an understanding how we can present this to the American people to show that these kinds of iniquities and injustices will not be tolerated and will be dealt with most effectively. Our concerns are moving all parts of this country out of the circumstances of segregation, discrimination, and injustice in our legal system, which has been obviously the focus of the problems that we need. Our first responsibility is to get young men to know how their prison experience changed. And then we want to learn how we move from injustice to criminal justice system. And people all over this country that want something to happen that will at least atone for the miscarriages of justice and occurred. I'm proud to present to you brief remarks Reverend Sharpton, Reverend Martin Luther King III, and other members of the Congress who have been with Dr. Sharpton.
First, let me say that it is strange and frightening irony that as we celebrate 50 years after Little Rock, that we are still dealing with the question of injustice in this country when it comes to matters of race. The good news is that because of Martin Luther King Jr. and Fannie Lou Hamer and others, that people of color are in positions of power in the Congress, so that when we come for federal intervention in the South this time, we can come to people that understand what that intervention means. Make no mistake about it, Michael Bell is being held as a prisoner in my judgment of those reactionary forces that still use the criminal justice system based on the color of one's skin rather than the merit of the law. He is being held today even though his conviction is overturned. He's been given no bond or bail on a juvenile charge. It appears on the surface illegal to hold someone under those circumstances. We've asked Mr. Conyers as chair of the Judiciary Committee and Ms. Kilpatrick as chair of the Congressional Black Caucus to look into how the federal government can intervene immediately on that. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, Martin Luther King III, Dr. William Franklin Richardson, chairs our National Action Network, and I will meet with the governor of Louisiana on that same issue, because nothing short of his immediate release is even worthy of further discussion. Secondly, we've asked the Judiciary Committee to formally hold hearings to look into this disparity of charges and incarcerating people based on color. We are very happy that members of the Congress, particularly Congresswoman Jackson Lee and Congresswoman Maxine Waters and Congressman William Jefferson, joined us in the march last week in Jena. We're particularly happy that other members of Congress has given their legal expertise We're joined by the chair of the Black Legislative Caucus of Louisiana, Representative Juan LaFontaine. And we think it is important that people understand. Last Thursday was the beginning of a protracted movement toward democratizing the criminal justice system in this country. It was not a one-day event. We hope people continue to come to Jena until Michael Bell is released and until this system is off. Every candidate running for president ought to visit Jena to show their respect for the fairness of a criminal justice process. I remember when I was 4 or 5 years old, John Kennedy called Martin's mother because his father was in jail illegally, and many decided their vote based on a phone call. We call on the candidates, go to Jena, because if you can't understand Jena, you can't understand us. Because Jena is everywhere in this country. We're in jail and charged based on who we are, not what we've done. And that's why we bring this to the halls of Congress today. Before hearing from members of Congress and the parents, I'd like Martin Luther King III, who joined me in calling last Thursday's march and joined me in Jena several months ago, to have some remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Scott. Chairman Conyers and Chairwoman my father often said, injustice everywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that is why we and many others have chosen to go to but also chosen to stay on this issue until justice is done. Justice and also reconciliation is after this process of justice. That means justice for all sides. There must be reconciliation to bring that community back together. This is not about tearing up a community. It's about certainly ensuring justice occurs, but also encouraging reconciliation. It would be wonderful if in America, in 2007, that there was some mandate that said that we would have the ability to embrace sensitivity, diversity, and human relations training. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. And as a result, oftentimes, justice is not truly available for people of color. And so we will continue to come, we will continue to go to Jena, certainly to Michael Bell is free, but we also will be monitoring the cases of the other young men for justice overall for the entire community. And when justice occurs, then we will move on to the other Jenas that exist around America. Because as Reverend Sharpton has stated, as Chairperson Conyers has stated, we know that Jenas exist all over America. But we plan to do all that we can to make America become a better America. America, in my judgment, is not the America that we should be. We can and we must do better. Thank you.
Michael Bell's parents, who have suffered unbelievably in the course of this experience, are here with us. We were pleased that they could join us, and I'd like to present them to you right now.
It's Melissa Bell.
I would like to say, as Black Power for